Welcome on in to Dodger Baseball. Shohei Ohtani checks in with a .254 batting average in a cool breeze, 32 degrees here in Coors Field in Colorado. Susano looks in. The pitch on the way to Ohtani is low, is taken for swung on and missed, actually. Strike one. Sugano pitching in, the right-hand pitcher to his fellow Japanese teammate, Shohei Ohtani. The right-hander rocks and deals. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike two with an 91 mile an hour fastball. Just to start things here, Ohtani first batter up. No score. Ohtani with an 0-2 count. Sugano looks in, gets the sign. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Taken low for ball one. A splitter, 87 mile an hour. 1-2 count. Sugano looks in. Gets the sign. The pitch on the way. Swung on. Line down in the corner of the right field. The right fielder going hurling, hustling to pick it up. Throws the ball in. And Ohtani is at second base with a stand-up double. Actually, sliding in with a double. So, one batter up and a double down the right field line. Bringing up the Dodgers right fielder, Kyle Tucker. So by the time Johnstone could pick up the ball, whirl, turn, and throw it in, Ohtani was in second, sliding. And now the Dodgers have one out. No, actually one on with no outs. Kyle Tucker coming in from the left-hand side of the plate. .239 average so far with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs in the young season. So the Dodgers coming off of a sweep of the New York Mets, and Kyle Tucker hitting his first home run at Dodger Stadium as a Dodger. Pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Ohtani takes a little lead off of second base. Tucker looking in, waiting for Sugano to deal. The pitch is outside for ball two. 83 mile an hour sweeper. Just outside. 2-0 count to Tucker. Ohtani taking a small lead away from second. Pitch on the way is taken for called strike one. 91 mile an hour fastball. Two balls, one strike. Sugano looking in. Pitch on the way is swung on, fouled back, up and out of play. Cutter, 88 mile an hour. Pitch. Sullivan doing the catching for Colorado. Sugano on the mound. 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball three. Splitter, 87 mile an hour. Now the count full at 3-2. Pitch on the way is a ground ball down to the second baseman. He picks it up, throws it over to first, and there's one out. Meanwhile, Ohtani advances from second to third on that fielder's choice play. So the 4-3 putout goes from Julian, second baseman, over to first baseman, Rumsfeld. Will Smith now checking in. One out, one on. Sugano has already thrown 10 pitches so far to 2 hitters. Will Smith, the catcher, checking in. Shohei at third, 1 out here in the first. Pitch from Sagano is taken low and outside. 80-mile-an-hour curveball. 1 ball, no strikes. Shohei getting on with a lead-off double to right field down the line, and then Kyle Tucker moved him over to third base. The 0-1 pitch on the way is all the way. He's lost it. The catcher turns around, and now he's found it. Ohtani wasn't going to dare leave, as Sullivan had a hard time finding where that ball was at first. So, Will Smith, 2 balls, no strikes to Smith. Sagano, looking in to Sullivan, gets the sign, checks Ohtani at third. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled out and out of play along the right first base sign. 286 average for Will Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ohtani with a little conservative lead away from third. Sagano looking in from the right-hand side. Pitch on the way is a fly ball into right center. Doyle moving over and deep. This will score Ohtani easily as Doyle makes the catch, throws out Smith, but not until Ohtani crosses the plate with a first Dodger run. So there you have it. Dodgers now 1, Colorado 0, and there are now 2 outs here in the Dodgers' top of the first inning. And that will bring on first baseman Freddie Freeman. Freeman checks in with a .270 batting average. So with nobody on, left-hand hitter Freeman checking in from the left-hand side of the plate. Sagano rocks and deals. The pitch swung on along the third base line and out of play. So no balls, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. Sagano looking in, deals. The pitch is a drive to center field. Doyle goes back. It's up the alley, bounces off the wall, and cruising around first base and standing up, going into second base with a double is Freddie Freeman. So a 2-out double. Freddie Freeman now aboard for the Dodgers, and that will bring up Tarasco Hernandez, the left fielder, hitting .310 this year. Dodgers 1, Rockies 0, just the start of things here. Max Muncy waiting on deck. So with a runner now at second base, that marking Freddie Freeman's 554th career double. Pitch is low and outside for ball 1. 91-mile-an-hour fastball just outside. Tarasco waiting in. Sagano checks the runner, Freeman at second. The pitch on the way, inside for ball 2. A splitter, 86-mile-an-hour splitter. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs for the Dodgers on their first half of the inning. Dodgers leading 1-0. Max Muncy waiting on deck. Sagano has thrown 18 pitches thus far in the top of the first inning. Sagano looks down to Sullivan. Checks Ohtani at third. The pitch on the way is taken low for ball 3. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, just a little outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Hernandez. Sagano checking the runner at third. His 20th pitch for this inning on the way, taken for called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, a sinker, 92-mile-an-hour sinker. Tarasco's career average here at Coors Field is a .339 with 13 ribbies and 4 homers. Trying to bring home Freddie Freeman from second. Sagano looks down. His 21st pitch on the line, fouled down the right field line and out of play. Waiting in. Hernandez waiting here for something to give. Sagano steps off the rubber, looking in. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Tarasco Hernandez. But not until the Dodgers scored 1 run across the board with 2 hits. The score at the end of a half an inning, the Dodgers won. The Colorado Rockies coming up. I'll be back after this. So now back for the Colorado Rockies side of the lineup, and that'll be taken high and outside for ball 1. Second baseman Julian up to the plate, hitting .256 so far. The pitch on the way is inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to the Rockies second baseman. Pitch on the way is taken in the dirt, low and inside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So Glasgow trying to find his first strike here in this half of the inning. Looking into Smith, the 3-0 pitch taken right down the middle for a called strike 1. So 3-1 count. Just the start of things here in Colorado's Coors Field with a cool 32 degrees outside. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So just like that, after trailing on the count, 3 balls, no strikes, Glasgow has the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Glass now looks into to Smith. Left hand hitting Julian, waiting in. The pitch on the way, swung on, a ground ball down to the second baseman, Freeland. He fields it up cleanly, throws over to Freeman for out number 1. 4-3 put out from Freeland to Freeman. 1 out, nobody on. Dodgers lead this game so far in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 over the Rockies. Tyler Glasgow coming off a strong performance on his last outing. Now trying to keep things going as he'll face the Monarch, the designated hitter from the left-hand side. The pitch on the way taken for called strike 1. 88-mile-an-hour slider. Glass now looking in. Gets signed, and it's taken for called strike two. Curveball, 80-mile-an-hour curveball. And just like that, the Dodgers ahead on the count. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Glasnow looking into Smith. The pitch on the way. Taken low. 86-mile-an-hour curveball for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glasnow looking down, gets the sign. The pitch on the way. The line shot down the right field line, hooking foul just before the foul pole. So now that'll push him back to bring him back to home plate. Will go Monarch for his plate appearance. So still 1 out, nobody on, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glasgow looks into Smith, gets the sign. The pitch on the way, swung on line, shot down the right field line, foul. Count remains the same, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Monarch waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate, facing the right-hander Glasnow. Glasnow looking in, the pitch, high for ball 2. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Looked like he tried to get a little bit too much on that ball, and it sailed just outside of the strike zone. So now the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Glasnow looks in, winds up, deals a pitch inside they're going to check over to third, and that's not going to be a swing. So it's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 13 pitches thrown by Glasnow thus far in the half of the inning. 1 out. Glasnow looks in. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. First baseman T.J. Rumfield on deck. Glasnow looking in. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Monarch. And the pitch on the way is in the dirt for ball 4. So he'll now have his first runner on, as Glasnow giving up a walk, and that'll bring up first baseman T.J. Rumfield. Rumfield checks in hitting .266 thus far in this young season. Waiting in, runner Monarch away from first. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Smith's going to come over to, and it just hits on the warning track on foul territory. So the count will now be 0-1. Glasnow checking in. The 0-1 pitch on the way is lined drive foul down the first baseman and out of play. So Rumfield at the plate. Monarch away from first base. No balls, 2 strikes. Just the start of things here at Coors Field. Dodgers leading 1-0. Glasnow looking down, checks the runner at first. And the 0-2 pitch is on the way. Swung on. There's a throw down to the second baseman. He's in there as he's stolen it. Goes Monarch, stealing that one. And let's see if they're going to appeal that one, as Smith making it very close to throw down, handled by Hassan Kim at second base, but by the time he got it, throws it in, he will be safe, as the appeal will go for naught, and the Rockies will have a runner at second base. Thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast here in Coors Field. Dodgers versus the Rockies. Pitch on the way is taken for called strike one. So 2 outs as they struck out the hitter Rumsfeld. Pitch on the way is taken outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnston on. Runner away from second. Glasnow looks in. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Johnston is swung on and fouled off of his foot, and he's going to hobble out of the box and take a little bit of time here to gather himself. 1-2 count by Glasnow. Dodgers 1, Rockies 0. But they have a runner in scoring position, waiting to see if Johnston can get him in. Glasnow steps off the mound, rubbing up the ball. Now gets right back up on the rubber. Looks down to Smith. Checks the runner at second. He's thrown 21 pitches on the way, and his 22nd pitch is swung on and missed. And down goes the Rockies as Glasnow got 2 strikeouts in that top of the half of the inning. And the score at the end of 1 complete in Coors Field, the Dodgers 1, the Colorado Rockies 0. I'll be right back after this. So the Dodgers, now in their half of the top of the second inning, will bring up Muncie, Pages, and Hassan Kim. Dodgers leading 1-0 here in cool, brisk Coors Field. Max Muncy checks in, hitting .220 thus far into this season. He had a big game 1 week ago, and since then has drastically cooled off. Sagano's pitch on the way is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Dodgers lead 1-0 here, top of the second inning. Max Muncy with a .220 batting average and 4 home runs, hitting 3 of those 1 week ago today, beating the Mets. Pitch on the way by Sagano is taken for called strike 1. 79-mile-an-hour curveball there. Sagano's thrown 24 pitches so far this game. Muncy from the left-hand side of the plate looks in. Sagano checks, gets the sign. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Muncy. Sagano, the windup, the 26th pitch on the way is a line shot into dead center field. Back goes Doyle to the wall, and it's gone. So just like that, the Max Muncy is back from 1 week ago, hitting 3 home runs, and this game hits his first. Dodgers going long on that one. Makes the score Dodgers 2. That is Max Muncy's 5th home run of the season. Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. And that was to dead center field. And by the time Doyle even turned around to take 2 steps back, that was over the wall. Andy Pages now coming up. Pages has really been on his game thus far into the season, hitting .409. Pages swinging, and first pitch fouled back and out of play. So a leadoff home run by Muncie to start the game, to start the inning. 5th home run this season. Pages now checking in with an no balls, 1 strike count. Sagano has thrown 27 pitches. Looks into Sullivan, gets the sign. Oh, now he's going to stop. The umpire's going to come out from behind the plate, and he's going to hold his, pointing that Sagano's got a pitch clock violation, taking a little bit too long there. So he's got the warning. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way is taken low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So that's a pitch clock violation, counts them for a ball. So now it's a 2-1 count. Sagano looks into Sullivan, quickly dealing, pitch on the way, outside for ball 3. Fastball, 92 mile an hour, pitch just missing. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dodgers leading 2-0 here in Colorado. Pages waving the bat back and forth from the right-hand side of the plate. Sagano rocks and deals. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Went for the fastball, 92 mile an hour fastball. And now that brings it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast here of the Dodgers versus the Rockies. If you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Pitch on the way to Pages, fouled up and back and out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sagano has thrown 31 pitches so far in this game. Pages waiting in from the right-hand side of the plate. Looks down, waiting for the right-hander, Sagano to deal. The pitch swung on and lined down to Doyle in dead center. He makes the catch. So that'll be 1 out. Hit directly to Doyle. Didn't even have to move a step up or back to glove that one. Coming up now to the plate, shortstop, left-hand hitting, Ha-Seong Kim, hitting .278 thus far in the season. Hit a home run at Dodger Stadium for his only home run this season. Kim looking in from the left-hand side of the plate. The right-hander deals. Strike 1. Right down the middle, a fastball, 92 mile an hour. Before 2 strikes, Ha-Seong Kim is 5 for 7. The pitch on the way by Sagano is taken low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 88 mile an hour splitter. Just missing. 1 out here in the Dodgers' half of the second inning. Sagano deals. The pitch on the way is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Max Muncy starting off this inning with a home run to deep center field, and that's how the Dodgers got their second run. So they got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and Ha-Seong Kim to the plate with 1 out. Nobody on. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled. It's actually down the left field line. Hustling is McCarthy. He'll make the catch just before he goes foul. And that'll be 2 outs for the Dodgers. And that will bring up second baseman Freeland. Freeland hitting .196 in this season. Doing his best to hold things up. Well, Betts is out on the injured list. .196 batting average for Freeland with 1 home run thus far into the season. Sagano has now thrown 36 pitches. His 37th pitch into this second inning is swung on and missed by Freeland. 0-1 count, 87 mile an hour sinker. Waiting in, looking down is Sagano to Sullivan. Gets the sign. The windup, the 0-1 pitch to Freeland is taken low for ball 2. Curveball, 80 mile an hour curveball. One ball, 1 strike. Sagano looking into Sullivan. Winds up. The pitch on the way is swung on and lined over the second baseman's head, Julian, and into right field, picked up by Johnston, but not until Freeland is on first base with a single and bringing up Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani coming off a master performance on 2 nights ago against the Mets and pitching, shutting them down as the Dodgers swept the Mets. Ohtani checking in from the left-hand side of the plate, hit the double to start things off in this game and later came around to score. Ohtani looks at called strike one. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Sagano's thrown 40 pitches, so he's averaging 20 pitches an inning so far. Ohtani waving the bat back and forth, checks the runner Freeland at first. Sagano looks down to Sullivan, gets a sign, swung on and missed by Ohtani, as now Ohtani will ask for a little bit of time as he checks out here to gather himself. No balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. Hitting 266 this season. 1 for 1 this game. 0-2. Ohtani looking in. Sagano checks the runner Freeland at first. Looks down into Sullivan. The pitch on the way, low and in the dirt for ball 2. 86-mile-an-hour splitter. Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. Top of the second inning, 2 outs for the Dodgers with 1 on. Ohtani's 3 for 3 against his Japanese teammate, facing him head-to-head. The pitch on the way is taken for low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning, Dodgers leading 2-0. So the 2s are wild on the scoreboard as Ohtani waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Sagano taking a long look. The pitch on the way, swung on and lined down into right field. And the right fielder now, Johnson, will pick it up, but not when he throws the ball in. There'll be 2 runners on as Freeland stops at second base, doesn't dare want to challenge the arm of Johnston. With 2 outs, that'll now bring up right fielder Kyle Tucker. So Ohtani 2 for 2 in the game. Freeland now at second. Ohtani at first. 2 outs here in Coors Field. Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. As Kyle Tucker now coming in. Tucker hitting .235 with 2 home runs and 11 ribbies. He grounded out in his last plate appearance in the first inning. Sagano looking in. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. 1 strike. No balls. Dodgers leading 2-0 with 2 men on. Freeland away from second. Ohtani taking a short conservative lead from first base. Neither runner being held on with 2 outs. Tucker looks in. The pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. 80-mile-an-hour slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second inning here in Coors Field. On deck, Will Smith, the catcher. Sagano checks in. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Sagano's now thrown 47 pitches. Waiting in. The pitch now on the way by Sagano. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Kyle Tucker on a strikeout. As that'll do it for the Rockies. Actually for the Dodgers in the top half of the second inning. The score, Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. I'll be right back after this. So welcome back to Coors Field in Colorado, Denver, as the Dodgers with a 2-0 lead. Thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast from Coors Field. The Dodgers are here for a 3-game series against the Rockies, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then they'll move on to San Francisco for 4 games. Coming up will be Tovar, Sullivan, and Doyle for the Rockies this half of the inning. Tovar, the shortstop, coming in with a .233 average. Glasnow looks down to Smith. The pitch on the way is fouled away, swung on and fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. 32 degrees here in Coors Field. So even though it's that cold, Max Muncy powering out a home run to dead center field in the top of the 2nd inning. The pitch on the way is low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the shortstop Tovar, who comes in hitting .233 in this young season. Tovar from the right-hand side of the plate. Glasnow's pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ezequiel Tovar, 60.7 swing rate this season. Glasnow looks down to Smith. The pitch on the way is a dribbler hit along the first base side and out along the foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be here all season long covering Dodger baseball. Glasnow looks down, gets the sign from Smith. Pitch taken outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tovar, the shortstop. Sullivan, the catcher, waiting on deck. Glasnow gets the sign from Smith. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Tovar. And Glasnow recording his 2nd strike, make that 3rd strike of this game. So 3 strikes for Glasnow thus far. And that now brings up the catcher, Sullivan, who brings in a .269 batting average into this season at the plate from the left-hand side of the plate. Glasnow's pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Dodgers 2, Rockies 0 in the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Brett Sullivan with a .269 average, waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Glasnow looks down to Smith, gets the sign. The pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Glasnow quickly dealing. The pitch on the way is check swing. Hits a foul ball right down below the near the catcher and the umpire. So that brings a count to 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 2nd for Colorado. It is very cool, 32 degrees to start the game, and figures to only get colder as the game goes on. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 2, inside fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sullivan. 2nd inning, Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. Looks down to Smith, the windup, the pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Sullivan. So now Glasnow has thrown his 4th strikeout thus far into the 2nd inning. So he is dealing some smoke already this far early into the game. Glasnow going on the rubber, going to the mouth. They're allowing that today since it is quite cool evening. Doyle, the center fielder, now up, taken for high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Glasnow, the pitch on the way, swung on, and a high fly ball. Pages waiting, comes over in center. He's there. He's got it. And down go the Rockies in their bottom of the 2nd inning. The score after 2 complete in Colorado. The Dodgers 2, the Rockies 0. We'll be back with the Dodgers, top of the third inning, and Will Smith leading off. So as we move into the Dodgers top of the third inning, that'll bring up Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, and Hernandez. Dodgers scoring 1 in the top of the first, 1 in the top of the second, and now hitting here in the third inning, leading 2-0 here in Colorado's Coors Field. Sagano looking in. Roxon pitches on the way, swung on by Smith, hit to dead center. Doyle moving over, but not until the ball falls right in front of him for a base hit. So 1 on, as Will Smith is now aboard, and that'll bring up Freddie Freeman. On deck, Hernandez. Dodgers leading 2-0, and it was a broken bat, bloop, single to center field, shallow center, as Smith will take it and jog to first base. So now Freddie Freeman checks in from the left-hand side of the plate. Sagano deals the pitch on the way low for ball 1, an 87-mile-an-hour splitter low. So Sagano's now thrown 50 pitches so far in this game. Freddie Freeman from the left-hand side of the plate, double in his last plate appearance, 1 for 1. Will Smith away from first. The pitch on the way inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 85-mile-an-hour splitter. Freddie Freeman waiting in, 2 balls, no strikes. Smith away from first base. Dodgers lead 2-0. Pitch called for strike 1. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Freddie Freeman. Will Smith with a conservative lead at first base. Sagano now steps off of the rubber. And now he'll hop back in. He's thrown 52 pitches so far. The fans are bundled up here in a cool 33 degrees evening. Sagano, pitch on the way to Freeman is fouled back and out of play along the third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Freddie Freeman. On deck, Hernandez. On first base, away from first, is Will Smith. Sagano looks down to Sullivan, gets the sign, the 2-2 pitch high for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Freddie Freeman. The count is full. No outs here for the Dodgers. Waiting in is Sagano. Smith will be on his way on this pitch. A switch pitch is swung on and fouled back, as now Smith will have to go back to first base, taking his time. Sagano's thrown 55 pitches so far here into the top of the third inning with no outs. Dodgers 2, Rockies 0. Just the start of things here in Colorado. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. The pitch outside for ball 4. So now 2 men on. That 91-mile-an-hour fastball just missing outside. So the Dodgers will now have Smith at second, Freeman at first, and Hernandez coming to the plate. On deck waiting is Max Muncy. So Hernandez, in his first plate appearance this evening, struck out. He's hitting .305 so far this season with 4 home runs and 12 ribbies. Top of the third inning, as Sagano has thrown 56 pitches so far. And the Dodgers have a 2-0 lead. Runners are not being held on. Sagano looks down, gets the sign, the pitch, taken for called strike. So strike one. Tarasco Hernandez waiting in. Sagano looks in, gets the sign from Sullivan. The 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes to Hernandez. Waiting on deck, Max Muncy hit a home run earlier to lead off the second inning. Hernandez from the right-hand side of the plate, looking into right-hander Sagano. The pitch on the way, taken low for ball 1. The splitter just missing, 87-mile-an-hour pitch in the dirt. He's thrown 59 pitches thus far in the game. Hernandez waiting in from the right-hand side. Sagano looks, the 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sagano's now thrown 60 pitches. So pitch count's very important, especially in a game played in Coors Field on a cool night, as it'll be very interesting to see how long they keep Sagano in there pitching like this. Top of the third inning, no outs, 2 runners on, 1-2 count to Hernandez. Taken high for ball 2. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers lead 2-0 here in the third inning. Sagano looking in. Pitch on the way. Now he's going to step off the rubber and wait a little bit here. 2-2 count to Hernandez. Smith away from second. Freeman away from first. Sagano checks the runners, and now he's going to step off the rubber. And the runners will go back to the base. Waiting in. 2-2 the count to Hernandez. Dodgers leading 2-0. Third inning. Sagano looks in, the pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Hernandez, swinging. 87-mile-an-hour splitter got him. So that's 1 out for the Dodgers in this half of the inning, and that'll bring up Max Muncy, who hit the home run in dead center field to start the second inning. So Muncy now making an appearance in the second inning and now in the third inning. So the Dodgers are moving things around, making it interesting, leading 2-0 here. Pitch on the way from Sagano's outside, 87-mile-an-hour splitter, taken for ball 1. Home run LA Dodgers history. Max Muncy with his 214th home run, trying to catch up to the Dodger leader, Eric Karros, who hit 270 home runs. Sagano's pitch swung on and fouled away. Now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike, fouled along the third base side of the field. Dodgers with a runner Will Smith at second, Freddie Freeman at first. Max Muncy to the plate, hitting .233, but he hit a home run to dead center field on his first plate appearance in this game. Pitch on the way, in the dirt, and gets away from Sullivan, and that'll move over Will Smith to third base. At first base, Freddie Freeman will stay there. So now, with the count being 2 balls and 1 strike, Max Muncy at the plate. Let's see how the Rockies are going to play this. They have a base open now at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike, 65 pitches Sagano's thrown. Sagano checks the runner. Smith at third. The pitch on the way, taken low for ball 3. 91-mile-an-hour sinker just missing. Andy Pages on deck. Max Muncy, with runners on base, hitting a cool .091. So he's 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position, but a chance to get a run in here with Smith at third. The pitch on the way, swung on and lined down to first, and just inside the fair line, inside in will come Smith, a rounding second, and at third will be Freeman. So just like that, Max Muncy has a home run and a double. So Friday nights are now turning out to be quite the night for Max Muncy. Last week on a Friday night, he hit 3 home runs. And on this Friday night in Coors Field, he has hit a double and a home run. So Dodgers now leading 3-0, no outs. And Sagano has thrown 67 pitches so far. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in to this broadcast as Pages is to the plate. The pitch is taken and hit down to the right center fielder. Doyle gloves it, catches it, but not until Freddie Freeman tags and scores, making the score Dodgers 4, Colorado 0. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast as the Dodgers now taking a 4-0 lead into the third inning with 2 outs. If you're enjoying the broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will be here all season long covering Dodger baseball. Ha-Seong Kim from the left-hand side of the plate, 0 for 1 after flying out in his first plate appearance. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. Max Muncy at third base, 2 outs, Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. Ha-Seong Kim from the left-hand side of the plate, waiting in. Sagano has thrown 69 pitches. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Splitter just missing. And Sagano has now thrown 70 pitches here thus far in this game. Ha-Seong Kim hitting .263 thus far into the season. Sagano looking in. The pitch outside for ball 2. Dodgers lead 4-0 here in the top of the third inning against Colorado. Ha-Seong Kim waiting in. Sagano's pitch, check, swing, and they look over to third. They say no swing. So actually change that to 2 strikes now. So a late indicator there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ha-Seong Kim. Sagano looks in. The pitch on the way is taken in the dirt for ball 3. 86-mile-an-hour splitter. Max Muncy away from third base. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0 here in the top of the third inning in Coors Field. Sagano has now thrown 73 pitches here into the third inning. Ha-Seong Kim waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. The pitch outside for ball 4, and now runners will be in the corners. Kim at first base, and Max Muncy at third base. And that'll bring up for the Dodgers their second baseman, Alex Freeland coming in. Freeland in his last plate appearance hit a single, and now looking to try to put more on the scoreboard for the Dodgers, who lead 4-0 into the third inning. Sagano is laboring, throwing 74 pitches thus far in this game, and we're only in the top of the third. Looks down, gets the sign, the pitch taken for called strike one. 89 mile an hour cutter. 0-1 count now to Freeland. Sagano looks in, the pitch taken low for ball one. 85 mile an hour splitter, just missing. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. Dodgers leading 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. Sagano has thrown 76 pitches. 2 outs. Runners on the corners, and the pitch is low and inside. 87 mile an hour splitter makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way is hit foul back and out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. A curveball, 88 mile an hour curveball, with runners on the corners, with Muncie at third, Kim at first. 2-2 this count. Sagano has thrown now 30 pitches in this third inning, and he's increasing. The second inning he only threw 26, and in the first inning 20. So as he goes on this game, he continues to throw more and more pitches per half of the inning. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. They've already scored 2 runs in this half. Pitches taken in the dirt for ball 3. So the count is now full, and Hassan Kim takes the liberty of taking second base. So now runners at second and Kim, and at third, Max Muncy. The count is full. To Freeland. Waiting in. Max Muncy now away from third. Sagano looking, ready, deals the pitch, swung on, and a flying shot to dead center field. Back goes Doyle to the warning track and makes the catch, and down go the Dodgers. So if the evening hadn't been as cold as it is, that would have been gone, but nothing but warning track power today in this cool 32 degrees day. So the score at the end of 2.5 innings, the Dodgers 4, the Rockies 0. I'll be right back. So once again, thank you all for tuning in for this broadcast. The Dodgers now leading 4-0 as Caros will now come to the plate here for the Rockies. It'll be Caros, McCarthy, and then the top of the order, Julian. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all season long covering the best in baseball, Dodger baseball, the 2-time world champions. So Karros checking in, hitting 196, the third baseman, the son of longtime Dodger Eric Karros. McCarthy, the left fielder, is on deck. The pitch on the way by Glasnow is low for ball one. Bottom of the third inning here in Colorado. 1 ball, no strikes. Karros waving the bat back and forth. Looking in, the pitch high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Karros. Glasgow has thrown 37 pitches compared to Sagano, who's thrown well over 70 thus far. Pitch on the way low, actually taken for called strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Karros. Karros 6'5", 225, a big boy checking in. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back along the first base side and out of play. Glasnow has thrown 39 pitches, no outs here. Just for the Rockies in the bottom of the third inning, trailing the Dodgers 4-0. Glasnow's pitch is low for ball 2, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. McCarthy, the left fielder, waiting on deck. Karros waiting in, the pitch. Checks swing, foul ball back and out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Glasgow has now thrown 41 pitches. Dodgers leading 4-0 here in Coors Field in Colorado. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Karros. Actually, check that. That was a walk. My apologies, walk. So Karros will now be at first base. And Jake McCarthy will now come up, hitting 200. So with nobody out, 1 on, it's a swing and miss by McCarthy on the inside. Glasnow looking in. The pitch on the way. Taken for called strike 2, an 89-mile-an-hour slider. Glasnow's thrown 44 pitches. McCarthy with his 200 batting average checking in. Glasnow looking in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And down goes McCarthy. So Glasnow is still dealing for his 5th strikeout. And now we go back to the top of the order for Julian, the second baseman. 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. 1 on in Karros. Karros away from first base. Julian waits in from the left-hand side of the plate. Taken for called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Julian grounding out in his last plate appearance, hitting .250 so far this season with 1 home run and 5 ribbies. Karros, a little bit of lead away from first. It's a ground ball down to the shortstop, Freeland. He feeds Kim for 1. Over to Freeman and tags the runner out, going across to first base. And just like that, a double play, a 4-5, a 4-6. 3 double play, and down go the Rockies. The score after 3 complete in Colorado, the Dodgers 4, the Colorado Rockies 0. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. I will be right back right after this brief break. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Shohei Ohtani now will come up for the Dodgers, followed by Tucker and then Smith. So the top of the order for the Dodgers. Ohtani will now be making his third plate appearance so far in this game as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. If you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to the channel, please. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. Here in the top of the fourth inning. Once again, it'll be Ohtani, Tucker, and Will Smith coming to the plate in this top of the fourth inning. Before this game, the field was covered with snow. They had to get out here and clean it on up, and it looks like there hasn't been a snowdrop at all. But it is remarkable at how fast they can turn this stadium around after it was covered by snow. So now the degrees, it's 36 degrees with a 9-mile-per-hour gusting wind. Freeze warning as this game moves on in Coors Field. So Ohtani now checking in from the left-hand side of the plate. 277. There's a little bit of a delay here now as the grounds crew will take care of a little bit of a issue with second base. He's carrying out a brand new base. He's going to come out and take out the old one, put in the new one, and shortly we'll be back to live action here in Coors Field. The Dodgers coming off of a sweep against the Mets earlier to start this week, and now leading on a Friday night in cool Coors Field 4-0. So number 17, left-hand hitting, right-hand throwing, Shohei Ohtani checking in, facing Sagano. Sagano to the windup, his 81st pitch outside for ball one. It was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So Ohtani today has a double and a single. Looking in, he's got Sagano's number. Sagano to the windup, the 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball hit down sharply to the second baseman, Julian. He'll pick it up, throw across to Rumsfeld for out number 1. So just like that, Sagano trying to turn things around and get the Rockies back in it. He's thrown 82 pitches so far. So with the Dodgers leading 4-0, up comes right fielder Kyle Tucker. Sagano now rocks and deals. Pitch on the way to Tucker's outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sagano's now thrown 83 pitches. Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. 1 out here in the top of the fourth for the Dodgers. Tucker waits in. The 1-0 pitch is swung on to dead center field. Back goes Doyle. He's going to watch this go off the wall. Picks it up with one hand, throws it in, but not until Tucker is standing up at second base with a double. And with 1 out, Tucker's aboard, does the little Freddie Freeman hand wave at second base. The bat boy comes out, takes his arm guard, as will now be coming up Freddie Freeman. Actually, Will Smith will be coming up. Freddie Freeman on deck. Dodgers 4, top of the fourth inning, 1 out. And Tucker on second. Waiting in is Smith. The pitch taken, called, strike 1 on the outside with a 90-mile-an-hour sinker. 0-1 the count. Will Smith 1-1, 1 for 1 tonight with a sacrifice fly and a single. Also scored a run, hitting .298 thus far. 2 home runs into this season. Smith waving the bat back and forth. Checks Tucker at second. Sagano's pitch outside for ball 1. 85-mile-an-hour slider. So let's see if Sagano can get out of this inning without hitting the century mark of pitches thrown. Sagano checks the runner at second. Tucker throws. Pitch is outside for ball 2, an 85-mile-an-hour slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. 4th inning, Dodgers 4, Rockies 0. Smith waiting in. Pitch on the way. Ground ball hit sharply past the shortstop as it'll be gloved, picked up by the left fielder McCarthy. He'll throw it in, but not until hustling around third and in to score comes Kyle Tucker, and the Dodgers now have a 5-0 lead here in the 4th inning. Dodgers 5, Rockies 0 on the Will Smith RBI. So Smith is having quite a game. 2 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored himself as Tucker hit that hard double, and a few pitches later comes around to score. 5-0 Dodgers lead, 1 out. Pitch on the way by Freeman. It's a ground ball. He picked up by the third baseman, throws across to the second for 1, cross to the first baseman, not nearly in time. So a force out goes 5-4, as that will now take care of Smith at second base. Freddie Freeman's aboard. There's now 2 outs, and Tarasco Hernandez coming up. So a nice play made by the third baseman, Karros, picking it up, gloving it, throwing across to the second baseman, and then on to first base, Rumfield, but just a little too late to get the hustling Freddie Freeman. Sagano now is 90th pitch on the way, outside for ball 1. 79-mile-an-hour curveball. 1 ball, no strikes, and now there's action in the bullpen for the Rockies. Tarasco waiting in. The pitch is swung on, and a high fly ball to Johnston and right. He's there. He's got it. And down go the Dodgers. So the score after 3.5 innings, the Dodgers have 5 runs and 9 hits. The Rockies, no runs and no hits. We'll be right back after this short break for the bottom of the 4th inning. Back here at Coors Field in Colorado, as the Dodgers have a 5-0 lead. And a sad note today, Garrett Anderson, former Dodger and longtime Angel player, died today. So the pitch on the way is a swung on, and a line shot off of the right field and into second base. Goes Monarch, and that marks the first hit for the Rockies thus far into the bottom of the 4th inning. So Rumfield now coming to the plate. TJ Rumfield coming in, checking in from the left-hand side of the plate. Struck out in his last plate appearance, so Monarch now at second base with that double off of the wall. Pitch on the way by Glasnow is swung on and fouled away. 78-mile-an-hour pitch. Glasnow looks in. The pitch on the way high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 94-mile-an-hour pitch. Glasnow has now thrown 50 pitches into this bottom of the 4th inning. Glasnow checks the runner at second. The pitch on the way is low for ball 2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Glasnow looks in, gets the sign from Will Smith. The pitch, take it in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, a curveball. 78-mile-an-hour curveball. No outs. Leadoff double. By Monarch. Waiting in. Pitch on the way is a ground ball down to the second baseman, Freeland. He picks it up, gloves it, throws it over to Freeman for out number 1. Well, the Monarch now moves over to third base. And that'll be the first out recorded here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Dodgers 5, Rockies 0. Here into the 4th with 1 out for Colorado. Glasnow has thrown 53 pitches so far. Johnstone, the right fielder, now to the plate. Coming up with a 288 average. Swung on and missed. Curveball, 80-mile-an-hour curveball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Johnston now waiting in. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 82-mile-an-hour curveball. So Monarch away from third base. Rockies trying to bring home their first run of the game, trailing 5-0 here to the Dodgers. Dodgers are all over the scoreboard with 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. That's how they've gotten their runs the hard way. There's a ground ball hit down to the third baseman. Muncie picks it up, watches the Monarch come in to score, so that'll be the first run for the Rockies as he throws the ball over to Freeman for the out. It's now 2 outs for the Rockies, but they get their first run in this game. So 5-1. Max Muncy could have maybe thrown over to the plate to get him, but he chose to get the safe for sure out at first base. So 2 outs now. Tovar coming to the plate. 0-1 appearance with a strikeout in his first appearance thus far in the game. Glasnow looking in. His 57th pitch in this game is a slider for outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 4th inning. Dodgers 5 and the Rockies 1, getting their first run of the game just right now into this 4th inning. Pitch on the way outside for ball 2. 89-mile-an-hour slider. Sullivan on deck. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Glasnow's pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 94-mile-an-hour slider. 59 pitches thus for Glasnow. Looking in, going to the blowing his hands on the mound, trying to keep himself warm. And his 60th pitch, 2-1 pitch, on the way, swung on, a ground ball to Freeland, gloves it cleanly, throws over to Freeman for the out, and down go the Rockies. The score, after 4 complete innings here at Colorado's Coors Field in Denver, the Dodgers 5, the Rockies 1. I'll be back shortly after this brief break. Thank you for hanging in there as the Dodgers now go up to the top of the fifth inning as Max Muncy, Pages, and Ha-Seong Kim will come to the plate. Dodgers 5, Rockies 1 here in the top of the fifth inning. Dodgers with 9 hits and 5 runs. Rockies with 1 hit and 1 run thus far through 4 innings. Agnos will now check in on the mound. Zach Agnos, that is, to be exact. 6 games. He's got a 6.75 ERA in 9 innings pitched with 9 strikeouts. 5 walks on the season. The pitch on the way to Muncie's outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, so Sagano threw 90 pitches and has been taken out after giving up 5 runs. Max Muncy from the left-hand side of the plate, waving the bat back and forth, looks at called strike 1. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitch now on the way, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and belted to deep left field, away out and gone. And just like that, Max Muncy has come up big yet another time on a Friday night. The Dodgers now 6 and the Rockies 1 on that shot to deep right field. As there was no doubt about it, Johnstone barely even turned around as that thing was out of here immediately, like it was shot out of a cannon. 6-1 Dodgers lead against the Rockies. So Muncie is having himself yet another big night on a Friday night. There's a pitch on the way to Pages, fouled back and out of play. Last Friday night, Max Muncy was a hero with 3 home runs and a walk-off home run to beat the Rangers. And then he went quiet after that the rest of the week. And now on a Friday night, he's come back to life. Pages pitch is a line shot into right field for a base hit, picked up by Johnstone and thrown in. So 1 on, no outs, and Agnos is feeling the pain that Sagano felt for his 4 innings that he pitched. Dodgers leading 6-1 with a runner on and no outs. Now bringing up Ha-Seong Kim. Left-hand hitting Ha-Seong Kim. Pitch on the way. He's taken for called strike 1. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Ha-Seong Kim walked and stole a base so far in this game. Looks down the pitch. Taken low for ball 1. 85-mile-an-hour slider just missing. Dodgers 6, Rockies 1. 5th inning. Ha-Seong Kim at the plate. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 4-seam fastball. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pages now away from first base. Takes a small lead. Ha-Seong Kim from the left-hand side of the plate. Alex Freeland on deck. The pitch on the way by Agnos is taken in the dirt for ball 2. 87-mile-an-hour slider. 2-2 the count to Hesson Kim. Caro's cooling off in the Dodger dugout right now. He is on a tear. 6th home run this season. 21st multi-career home run game. There's a shot into right center field that's going to fall by Hesson Kim. Picked up by Johnston. He throws it in, but not until Pajes rounding second and goes into third base. So runners now at third. Hesson Kim at first. And it's now, as it remains, a 6-1 Dodger lead. But now 2 on the corners. Runner at third, runner at first, and that brings up second baseman Alex Freeland coming to the plate. So Agnos is getting roughed up here, has yet to record an out, and has given up a run, and a single, and another single, and let's see what they're going to do now for the Rockies, as Pajes was hustling, sliding into third base on that one. Pitch to Freeland is taken. Ball 1, the slider, 87-mile-an-hour slider, just missing. Dodgers 6, Rockies 1. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. Hit like if you haven't done so, and subscribe to the channel. The pitch on the way swung on, and a line shot down into high pop-up into left field waiting as McCarthy picks it up, throws, but Pajes will tag and score, making it a 7-1 game. Hesson Kim stays at first, and the Dodgers now 7, the Rockies 1. 1 out for the Dodgers in the top of the 5th as Hesson Kim remains at first base. And that'll bring up Ohtani coming up. He's having himself quite a game as well. So the top of the Dodger order, Agnos has thrown 12 pitches and has seen the Dodgers take liberties on him, scoring 2 runs, 3 hits, only 1 out as he recorded. Ohtani from the left-hand side of the plate, checking in. Agnos throws over to first base, gets Kim back to first. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Pitch on the way. It's a shot by Ohtani, foul and out of play along the right field line. 1 out. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Shohei 2 for 3 with a double and a single thus far, hitting .273 with 5 home runs this young season. Agnos pitch on the way is inside for ball 2. Check that, ball 1. So 1-1 count to Ohtani. Fifth inning, Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Ohtani waits in. Hesson Kim with a conservative lead at first. The pitch taken for called strike 2. A cutter, 93-mile-an-hour cutter. Agnos has now thrown 15 pitches. Dodgers 7, Colorado Rockies 1. Agnos looks in. The pitch in the dirt. The throw down to Kim. He's stolen it. So Hesson Kim with his second stolen base thus far into this game. As the count now goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. 1 out. And more importantly, the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position. Hesson Kim hustling down, sliding in head first, and making it safely. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Ohtani. So 2 outs now for the Dodgers. 7-1 here in the 5th inning. Tucker now coming to the plate. Shohei was badly fooled on that one. And Kyle Tucker coming in 1 for 3 with a double and a run. .243 average, 2 home runs, and 11 ribbies so far this season. From the left-hand side of the plate, waving the bat back and forth. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 count to Tucker. Hesson Kim away from second base. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 94-mile-an-hour curveball, just missing. Agnos waiting in, looking down, getting a sign from his catcher, Sullivan. And his 20th pitch on the way. Check swing. It's taken for called strike 1. Strike 2. Check that. 2 strikes. 1 ball. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1 here in the 5th inning. Agnos looking in. The pitch on the way. High for ball 2. 93-mile-an-hour fastball just missing. Once again, thank you all for tuning in for this broadcast here from Coors Field. Dodgers will be here for 2 more games, Saturday and Sunday. Tucker waiting in. The 2-2 pitch. Taken, called strike 3, and down he goes. So just like that, the Dodgers are done, but not until they score 2 runs in the top of their 5th inning. And the score after 4.5 in Colorado, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. I'll be right back after this short break. Back live here in Colorado for the bottom of the 5th inning for the Rockies. And coming up will be Sullivan, Doyle, and Karros. Pitch on the way is a high fly ball. In comes a hustling Hernandez. He's there. He's got it for out number 1 for the Rockies in their bottom of the 5th inning. So 1 out. Bringing up center fielder Doyle coming to the plate, hitting .222. So the Dodgers, it's a tale of 2 totally different teams here. Dodgers with 12 hits and 7 runs. The Rockies 1 hit and 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Glasnow deals the pitch low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Pitch hits the corner there with a 94-mile-an-hour curveball hitting the black part of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck waiting is Karros. Pitch on the way from Glasnow is a little dribbler along the third base line and goes into the Dodger dugout. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1 here in the bottom of the 5th in Coors Field in Denver. Doyle 0 for 1, flying out in his first plate appearance. Glasnow looking into Smith. Gets the sign, the wind up the pitch. Outside for ball 2. 81-mile-an-hour curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glasnow's thrown 65 pitches. Looking in, the pitch. High for ball 3. So the count is now full and 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So let's see what Doyle's going to do with this. And Glasnow, the 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and a high fly ball into right field. Tucker is there. He's got it for out number 2. So 2 outs, no on. Here in the none on the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-1 Dodgers lead here in Denver. And Glasnow is really dealing. Upcoming Karros. Tonight, Karros has walked, hitting 196, one ribby. Glasnow's pitch on the way, swung on, first ball swinging to dead center field, and there is Pages to make the catch. And just like that, very fast work Glasnow makes of the Rockies, and the score after 5 complete in Coors Field, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. I'll be right back after this short break. Back live here in Coors at covering this game, and for the Dodgers, they'll now bring up Smith, Freeman, and Hernandez coming to the plate. Dodgers totally having a commanding lead, but keep in mind this is Coors Field in Denver, where anything can happen and no lead is safe. Even though these Rockies only have 1 hit and 1 run, it is Coors Field, and at any time of the game, this game can flip at a drop of a hat, especially after Glasnow's pitches continue to climb, and they may not be long for this game. We'll see how long Roberts plans on leaving him out for. First pitch is taken for called strike 1. Will Smith to the plate. 2-2 with a sacrifice fly, 2 singles, 2 runs here in this game. Agnos pitch high for ball 1, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Once again, thank you for tuning in. If you're enjoying the broadcast, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. The pitch on the way, swung on, inside pitch, and out goes, in comes a right fielder. He's got it. Johnston catches it. So Agnos has thrown 25 pitches. He's got 1 out here in the 6th inning on a leadoff batter, so that's important. He's starting out his inning right. Freddie Freeman now checking in from the left-hand side of the plate with a double, a walk, a run. He's been very involved in this game thus far. Agnos with no one on, looks in, gets the sign. The pitch is a fly ball to dead center. Doyle's waiting. He's got it for out number 2. So now Agnos is starting to settle down. He's thrown 26 pitches so far in this game. Bringing on Hernandez from the right side of the plate. Hernandez has 2 strikeouts and a flyout, hitting .295. So a little tough going for him for this game, but the Dodgers have enough runs now if they can continue dealing the master performance on the mound. Taken for called strike 1. 0-1 count to Hernandez. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 0-2. Seven to 1, Dodgers won 12 hits. The Rockies 1 run on 1 hit. Agnos looking in. The 0-2 pitch and his 29th pitch of this game is on the way. Swung on and missed, and down goes Hernandez for the 3rd time. 3 strikeouts in this game, as the Dodgers now have a commanding 7-1 lead, but go out 1-2-3 for the first time in this game. The score after 5.5 from Denver. The Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. I'll be right back, and we'll come back with McCarthy leading it off for the Rockies. So now for the Rockies, leading off will be the left fielder McCarthy coming to the plate. Takes the first pitch. Pitch on the way. It's a ground ball down to Freeland at second base. Backhands it, throws on the hurry to Freeman to get him at first base. So a 4-3 putout. Glass now has thrown 69 pitches. Dodgers leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the sixth in Coors Field. Dodgers with a commanding lead, 7 runs on 12 hits. The Rockies 1 run on 1 hit. Glasnow pitching a masterful performance here in Coors Field. Now Julian to the top of the order for the Rockies takes called strike 1. 1 strike, no balls. He's grounded out twice here thus far in the game. Glasnow dealing the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 81 mile an hour curveball just missing. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Glasnow looks down. Julian waiting in, the pitch on the way. Taken high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Glasnow looking in, the 2-1 pitch on the way, check swing. They look over to third, no swing. So that'll make it 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Rockies. Glasnow looking down, gets the sign. The pitch on the way is a ground ball down to the Freeland. Moves over to the right, picks it up, throws across to Freeman to get him out on another 4-3 putout. So Glasnow getting both guys, McCarthy and Julian, to ground out to Freeland for their first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Glasnow looking in, the pitch on the way to Monarch. The DH is taken for called strike 1. Mickey Monarch, to be exact. 1 walk and a double. Came around to score the lone run. Pitch on the way, swung on and sharply hit foul along the first base side and down into the right field part of the field. Bounces off. Ball boy will run out, get the ball, and we'll be back to live action shortly here. No balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1 in Coors Field. Glasnow's pitch on the way, in the dirt for ball one. 84-mile-an-hour curveball. One ball, two strikes. Glasnow has remarkably kept the Rockies in check, only giving up one hit and one run here in Denver. Pitch on the way is fouled back. Count is one ball, two strikes. Glasnow's thrown 79 pitches. What's he going to do on his 80th pitch of this game? Monarch 1 for 1 with a .273 batting average. Glasnow looks down. The 80th pitch on the way, swung on, and a little dribbler hit foul back and out of play. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. One ball, two strikes. Waiting in, the pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down he goes. So just like that, the Rockies go 1-2-3 quietly at the end of 6 complete innings here at Coors Field in Denver. The Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. We'll be back with Muncie leading off for the Dodgers, and then Pages and Ha-Seong Kim right after this short break. Once again, thank you all for tuning in for this broadcast. The Dodgers leading the Colorado Rockies as we go into the top of the 7th inning, and Muncie will be coming to the plate, followed by Pages and Ha-Seong Kim. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. This has been a Max Muncie Supermax Friday night game. Last week with his 3 home runs and the walk-off against the Rangers. This week, single-handedly taking it to the Colorado Rockies. Muncie's first pitch on the way is taken for called strike one. So 2 strikes now. 2 for 2 is Muncie with 2 home runs. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and down goes Muncie. So he had those 2 home runs and now a strikeout to go along with his evening. But the Dodgers still keeping that 7-1 lead in check here in the top of the 7th inning. Andy Pages now coming to the plate. Pages waving the bat back and forth from the right-hand side of the plate. Agnos pitch on the way, taken for called strike one, a 93-mile-an-hour sinker. 0-1 count. Agnos has down thrown 33 pitches. Pages waiting in the right side from the side of the plate, taken for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. On deck waiting is Ha-Seong Kim. Pitch on the way to Pajes outside for ball 2. 83-mile-an-hour sweeper. 2 balls, 1 strike to Andy Pajes. 7-1, Dodgers with a commanding lead. But keep in mind, nothing's really safe in Coors Field. Agnos, 36 pitch, taken outside for ball 3. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, just missing. 3-1 count to Pajes. Pajes waving the bat back and forth, waiting in. Agnos getting the sign from Sullivan. The 3-1 pitch taken outside for ball 4, and just like that, Pajes is aboard with a walk. So 1 out, Pajes on first, bringing up shortstop Hesson Kim, who's now hitting .300 on the year. So Hesson Kim having a fine performance today at the plate. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single and 2 stolen bases. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled down the first base side with a diving first baseman. Just missing it was Rumfield. So Pajes will now jog back on over to first base. Hesson Kim 1 for 2, hitting .300 now this on the season. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Pitch on the way, taken outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Agnos now looking down to Sullivan, ready for his 40th pitch this game. And here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Kim, taken outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, a sinker, just a little outside. On deck, Alex Freeland. 1 out for the Dodgers, 1 on. Pajes away from first. The pitch to Kim. It's a ground ball hit down to the first baseman. He'll tag first, throw to second, and get Pajes at second base. And just like that, a double play going once to actually a 3-6 double play. And let's see what's going to happen here. The Dodgers going to do a challenge. It looks as though the inning's over, but the Dodgers are still standing on their prospective bases. Pajes has not left second base. Hesson Kim is inquiring about it at first base. And we still haven't completed this top of the half inning, and now the Dodgers will concede, as that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th inning. And up for the Rockies will be Rumsfeld, Johnston, and Tover for the bottom of the 7th inning. I'll be right back after this. Okay, back at it here. So the Rockies, the pitch on the way to Rumsfeld is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. 82 pitches Glasnow's thrown now here in this game. TJ Rumsfeld waiting in. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Glasnow. 0-2 count. No outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Rockies trailing 7-1 to the Dodgers in the 7th. And up in the Dodger bullpen starting to loosen up is Jack Dreyer. Pitch on the way is taken outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Dreyer warming up now, ready to pick up if Glasnow should, possibly at the end of this first inning. Pitch on the way is the ground ball hit down to sharply to Freeman. He signs off Glasnow. He'll take it to the base himself for the out. So 1 out as Glasnow came over to take the flip over from him, but Freeman waving him off, doing it himself. So 1 out in the 7th inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. And now that brings up the right fielder, Johnston. Troy Johnston, to be exact. Pitch on the way, taken for called strike 1. So now they start to count down the outs for the Rockies for this game. They're down to their last 8 outs. The pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 count, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So after 87 pitches, Glasnow still able to bring the smoke. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball to Troy Johnston. Pitch on the way, taken for called strike 3. And just like that, the Rockies are now down to their last 4 outs. Actually, 7 outs of this game. Check that. So, 2 outs for the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 7-1. Once again, thank you all for tuning in and checking out this broadcast from Coors Field. Glasnow looking in, gets the sign. Tovar to the plate, swung on and missed. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So Tovar has struck out twice. He's actually struck out and grounded out. 0 for 2 today. Glasnow, the pitch is swung on and hit down to the right field. Out goes hustling Tucker. He can't catch it, just off his glove and into second base with his with a leadoff. Well, actually with a double, with a 2-out double, goes Tovar, and that'll now bring up Sullivan. So Tucker had it in the glove. Oh, just missed it off of the glove, and then quickly picking it up and throwing it in, but not until Tovar was steaming into second base with a double. So now 2 outs in the 7th inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Glasnow deals the pitch outside for ball 1. 80-mile-an-hour curveball. Brett Sullivan 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout in this game. Pitch on the way, swung on. A ground ball down to Alex Freeland. Gloves it cleanly, throws to Freeman, and down go the Rockies in their half of the inning. So that'll be a 4-3 putout. And the score at the end of 7 complete from Coors Field in Denver. The Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. We'll be back shortly after this. Okay, so for the Dodgers, Alex Freeland will now lead it off, and then it'll be on the top of the order for the Dodgers, Ohtani and Tucker. So Freeland, Ohtani, and Tucker in the top of the 8th inning for the Dodgers coming up. Dodgers leading 7-1 after 7 complete innings from Coors Field. Waiting in, the pitch from Agnos on the way, taken low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Alex Freeland, 1 for 2 tonight. A single and a sacrifice fly. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. The pitch on the way, just a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freeland waiting in. The pitch from Agnos is a ground ball down to first base, fielded cleanly by Rumsfeld. He'll carry it to the bag for out number 1. 1 out here for the Dodgers, and bringing up Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. 2 for 4 Ohtani tonight with a double, a single, and a run. Coming in from the left-hand side of the plate, waiting for the pitch for Agnos. The pitch on the way, swung on, hit sharply right to the right fielder Johnston for out number 2. So 2 outs now for the Dodgers in their top of the 8th inning. And it looks as though the Dodgers, who have gotten their 7 runs, they're dealing, they're moving in good shape. They're down. There are the Rockies to their last 6 outs, and the Dodgers up there free swinging. Bringing up from the left-hand side of the plate, Tucker. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Tucker waiting in. The pitch swung on. First ball swinging right to the left fielder McCarthy. He's there. He's got it. And the Dodgers, just like that, go 1, 2, 3 quietly in the top of the 8th inning. The score, the Dodgers 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Rockies 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. I'll be back here for the bottom of the 8th inning right after this. So back now for the bottom of the 8th inning. Tyler Glasnow looks as though after 92 pitches he will call it an evening, and he is now out. And in is Jack Dreyer now. Dreyer's first pitch, the left-hand pitching Dreyer. First pitch is taken for ball 1. Dreyer winds up. The pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. 7 games Dreyer's appeared in this far with a 2.84 ERA in 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. So Dreyer from the left-hander is dealing to the right-hander right now, Karros. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Karros. So just like that, 3 pitches and 1 out. 8th inning, Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Jack Dreyer, 3 pitches, 1 out. Dreyer looking in. The pitch on the way to Karros is taken for strike 1. So, pitch on the way, fouled away for strike 2. So 5 pitches from Jack Dreyer. He's gotten 5 strikes. 0-2 the count now to Karros. One out. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Dreyer's deals. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play along the first base side. Freddie Freeman goes over to take a look, but it's well back up into the stands. Kyle Karros, 0 for 1 with a walk, hitting .192 thus far into the season. No balls, 2 strikes. 8th inning. Jack Dreyer, left-hander, dealing to the right-hander. The pitch on the way, swung on, and a little dribbler right back behind home plate. Fouled away. So the Dodgers doing all their work early up front with 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth to get their 7 runs. Then their bats went quiet the last 3 innings, but they've got their 7-1 lead. Glasnow totally keeping them in check. Agnos has come on for the Rockies and has quieted the Dodgers down. That having a great deal to do with it as well. So Karros waiting in. The 0-2 pitch from Dreyer on the way. The pitch. Check swing. Look at first. No swing. So 1 ball. 2 strikes. 1 out for the Rockies. Dreyer looks down. Gets the sign from Will Smith. And the 1-2 pitch on the way to Karros is fouled back and out of play. So Dreyer has thrown 10 pitches and only 1 of them being a ball and a whole lot of them being fouled away. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Thank you all for tuning in to listen and watch this broadcast. The pitch taken high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Kyle Karros waiting in. The 2-2 pitch from Dreyer. Check swing. They got him, and down he goes. So that's 2 outs now. Jack Dreyer's dealing, and he's faced 2, gotten 2 outs. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. From the left-hand side of the plate is McCarthy, the left fielder. First pitch taken for called strike 1. McCarthy hitting .189 in this young season. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. We're in the 8th. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1, swung on and missed by McCarthy. 0-2 the count. So now the Rockies are down to their last 4 outs. And 1 strike away from being down to their last 3 outs. Here's the pitch by Dreyer. The pitch taken outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Julian, the second baseman, on deck. If McCarthy can figure out Dreyer and get aboard. Dreyer looks down. Smith gets the sign. The pitch, a lazy fly ball. A high pop-up to the shortstop, Kim, and he'll get him out. So that'll do it. Makes the catch. Down go the Rockies in the bottom of the 8th inning. The score after 8 complete innings, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. I'll be back for the 9th inning right after this. And now we've come to the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Will Smith leading off, Freddie Freeman, and Hernandez, the first 3 batters coming up for the Dodgers in the top of the 9th inning. Dodgers 7 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Rockies 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. So the Rockies are down to their last 3 outs. Into the game comes Berardino. He's pitched in 9 games thus far with a 1-0 record with an ERA of 1.29 in 7 innings, 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. So they choose now to give him a little bit of work to do. Dodgers. Will Smith waits in, takes called strike 1. Will Smith 2-3 on this game with a sacrifice fly and 2 singles, 2 ribbies. He's been very involved in this game. Pitch on the way is a line shot down the line, hooking foul along the left field side. So 0-2 count to Will Smith. Waiting on deck, Freddie Freeman, and then followed by Tarasco Hernandez. Berardino, the left-hand pitcher, dealing into the right-hander. Smith taken high for ball 1. 90-mile-an-hour cutter, way outside. 1-2 count to Will Smith. Berardino looks, the pitch taken high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers have been quiet the last 3 innings, going quietly in order. Berardino with his 5th pitch taken low and in the dirt for ball 3. An 80-mile-an-hour changeup. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Will Smith. Smith waiting in. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Will Smith. So Berardino throwing smoke on that one, making no doubt about it. 1 out, bringing up Freddie Freeman. The left-hand hitting first baseman, 1 for 3 tonight with a double, a walk, and a run. Hitting .273 with 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. We're in the 9th inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. Freeman waiting in the pitch, taken outside for ball one. 78-mile-an-hour curveball, just missing. 1 ball, no strikes to Freddie Freeman. Waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Bernardo's pitch swung on and fouled back. A 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Bernardino waiting in, looks down, gets the sign from Sullivan. The 1-1 pitch to Freddie Freeman, fouled back and out of play. So a 1-2 count with 1 out. Freddie Freeman to the plate, nobody on. On deck, Hernandez waiting. Now 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. 91-mile-an-hour sinker. Bernardino has now thrown 10 pitches and he's dealing. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman, swung on and fouled back along the third base side and out of play. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1, here in the 9th inning in Coors Field. Bernardino pitches, throws, it's a ground ball hit sharply through into center field for a base hit and picked up by the hustling Doyle, throws it in, but not until Freddie Freeman rounds first and does his little dance there at first base for a base hit. So 1 on now with 1 out. And that'll bring up Hernandez. 9th inning. Pitch on the way. Taken for called strike 1. A 90-mile-an-hour sinker. Down low. Hitting the black part of the plate. Bernardino waiting in. His 14th pitch, the 0-1 pitch, on the way, outside for ball 1 to Hernandez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hernandez 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout, so he's had a tough game at the plate, but the Dodgers still leading 7-1 without his contribution to the plate. Waiting in, the pitch, swung on and fouled back and off of his foot, and he hops up and down on that one. He's going to take a little bit of time to gather himself. And he's going to take a little walk to kind of shake that off as he swung hard and it hit his left foot, the lead foot. That's got a smart right there. He is feeling it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tarasco Hernandez, who's 0 for 4 tonight. Dodgers leading 7-1. Freddie Freeman away from first base. Bernardino gets the sign from his catcher Sullivan. Looks in. The pitch. Low for ball 2. An 82-mile-an-hour changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bernardino waiting in. The 2-2 pitch is a little trickler swing. First, second, shortstop Sullivan throws to first base to get him for the out. So that goes a 2-3 put out. But Freddie Freeman hustling over to second base. So now you have Freeman at second. 2 outs. And batting now Espinal, the pinch hitting for Muncie. So Muncie is done for the day. Having a big game. Hitting 2 home runs. Hitting 3 home runs 1 week ago on a Friday. And so he's done for the evening. Santiago Espinal hitting 154 in 7 games this far. 2 RBs with a .385 on-base percentage. Freddie Freeman away from second base. The 18th pitch all the way from Bernardino is a ground foul along the third base line. 0-1 count to Espino. The Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1 here in the ninth inning. Rockies are down to their last 3 outs. 2 outs for the Dodgers here in their ninth inning. Espino waiting in, the pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 0-2, 83-mile-an-hour changeup. Bernardino looks in. His 20th pitch of the inning is swung on. A ground ball down, hit sharply to third baseman Karros, throws across to the first baseman Rensfield, and down go the Dodgers in their half of the ninth inning. So the score, as the Dodgers leave one man on, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1, and here they come up in the bottom of the ninth inning with their leadoff hitter Julian at the top of the order. We'll be back for that bottom of the ninth inning after this. So back for the bottom of the ninth inning for the Rockies, as they'll bring up the top of their order, Julian, designated hitter Monarch, and their first baseman Rumfield. So Julian, Monarch, and Rumfield, the top 3 batters in the order coming up now for the Rockies here in this bottom of the ninth inning. Their last hope to try to come back and win this game. Jack Dreyer, meanwhile, getting the Rockies out in easy fashion in the bottom of the 8th inning, trying to duplicate that in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1 through 8.5 innings. Julian, the second baseman, coming up 0 for 3 today with 2 groundouts. Jack Dreyer climbing up to the top of the mound, gave up only dealing up 16 pitches in that bottom of the 8th inning, getting the Rockies out. Looking down, getting the sign from his catcher, Will Smith. The pitch on the way. Taken outside fastball for ball 1. Jack Dreyer, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitch on the way is fouled. It's hit actually along the Hernandez, trying to catch it along the left field side. It just fell before he could get there. Foul and out of play. So 1-2 the count. Hernandez gave it his best shot, but he had a little bit of a late start, and by the time it sliced and he couldn't get it just before the first row in that lower left field side of the field here in Coors Field. 9th inning. 1-2 count to Julian, the leadoff hitter in this bottom of the 9th. The pitch taken low for ball 2 at 89-mile-an-hour slider by Dreyer. Jack Dreyer's now thrown 20 pitches. No outs for the Rockies here in the bottom of the ninth. Julian leading off from the left-hand side of the plate, facing the left-hander, Jack Dreyer. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Dodgers have two guys warming up in the bullpen, Edwin Diaz and Eduardo Henriquez. So both right-handers. Let's see how the Dodgers are going to deal this. 2-2 pitch on the way to Julian, taken high for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 87-mile-an-hour slider. Just missing the strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Dreyer looking down, getting a sign from Smith. The left-hander deals to the left-hand hitting Julian's high for ball 4. And Julian, the leadoff hitter for the Rockies, is on board. No outs, just the start of the bottom of the ninth inning as a leadoff walk given to Julian. And now designated hitter Monarch comes on, hitting 1 for 2 with a walk and a double in this game. Pitch. Strike 1. So 0-1 count now to Monarch. Monarch looking in. Jack Dreyer deals to the left-hand side of the plate. There's a ground ball hit sharply to first baseman Freeman. He whirls, turns, throws a hit on Kim for 1. Back to first, not nearly in time, but they get the lead runner for out number 1. So now the Rockies are down to their last 2 outs in this game. So Monarch aboard with a fielder's choice. Down goes Julian to the bench on that force out. And that'll bring up TJ Rumfield. 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts in today's game. 1 out, 1 on. Monarch, the DH away from first base. Left-hand pitcher Dillard, Jack Dreyer dealing. Pitch fouled up and out of play. First baseman Rumsfeld trying to keep this game going here. 1 on, 1 out. Dodgers lead 7-1 over the Rockies here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Jack Dreyer's thrown 25 pitches and his 26 pitches high for ball 2. Dreyer looking in. Gets the sign from Smith. And the 1-1 pitch on the way is taken for called strike 2. So 86-mile-an-hour slider in there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the Rockies are going to challenge this. So this will be the first challenge of this game, as that'll now be confirmed as a strike. So 1-2 count. Rockies have those challenges. They decide they might as well use them rather than go away not using any of them the whole game. So 1-2 the count now to the first baseman Rumsfeld. Monarch away from first base. Jack Dreyer checks him. The windup, the pitch, just a little outside with an 87-mile-an-hour slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out for the Rockies. Down to their last 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Dodgers 7, Rockies 1. The pitch on the way by Dreyer is taken for called strike 3, and down he goes. So that pitch could have been questioned, but they're not going to do it. And down go the Rockies. Now they're down to their last out. And up comes Johnstone. So they're down to their final strike. Johnstone waving in from the left-hand side of the plate. 0 for 3 with a strikeout into the 7th. Pitch on the way, swung on, and first ball swinging. They're moving over as Pages. He's there. He's got it. And down go the Rockies in this game to the Dodgers. So the final line for this game, the Dodgers, 7 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The Rockies, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. This game is over. The final score, once again from Colorado's Coors Field, the Dodgers 7, the Rockies 1. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll be here tomorrow covering this game as well. Have a great evening to you wherever you may be. Good night now.